How's it going, Osu Alert community? I'm your host Rido, and welcome to this week's Osu Alert. Now this week we'll actually have 2 weeks worth of content just because last week was Easter, I didn't really post anything that, and I had this giant research paper to write. So now that that's out of the way, I feel like I got a huge weight off my shoulder. But without further ado, let's get started right into the scores. So first off on the scores today, we actually have a blue Zenith 4 dimensions 2 miss hidden hard rock for 727 PP again. So same PP, but hidden hard rock this time. Have a look. Then we have a hidden hard rock Igor's Unpleasant Sonata for an FC and 371 PP. And then we also have an Endless Starlight Hidden Double Time SS for 717 PP, making it the highest SSPP play to date. Then next up we have Free Mutual, or previously known as ITKey, with a Dragon Force Defender's Hard Rock 1 miss for 666 PP. Then he had this insane hard rock big black play where he got all the way up to 12-17 combo, but then had about 5 misses and a few slider breaks here and there towards the end, but have a look here. Wolf had a FC with hidden hard rock on the Sweet Dreams map for 446 PP. Then on the Odd Loop Loved map, Adam Q's got an easy flashlight FC. Angel Sim then had a hard rock play on Gorshit's Burn This Moment Into the Retina of My Eye with a 1 miss for 577 PP. Then Toy had an SS on Louder Machine, Exarius' difficulty, making it the first SS with hidden on that map. And lastly, for today's standard score, we have Vexay with a Naruto opening mix, The Fighting Dreamers, Hidden Double Time for a 2 miss near the end for 451 PP. Now we got one taiko play, and that is by U68 with a Tiger Rampage hidden double time for 613 PP. Lastly, for today's score, we have Intellicer with the Empress Screamover for, it actually was an SS, for 492 PP. Now moving on to the news, we have Vaxsay being the second person to reach 13k PP. No title was then dethroned by Drop Granite for the most played map in 24 hours. Then Nico has been unlocked and he has actually started streaming again, so you can go watch him. I'll have a link in the description down below for his Twitch. Then we got another Osu laser update by Peppy, where the chat is now working. There's a new results screen and all that. There's just changes here and there. I have a link in the description down below where you can download and start trying it out. Now we got Young Lolly, or otherwise known as Flavin, and he is now restricted. Next up, shout out again to the 8BitDrummer for his Osu and anime live stream. Here's a short clip of that live stream.
Impossible, dude!
And I'll have a link to his Twitch and that full version of the video down in the description down below. Tell him I sent you there. Then next up we have a cool video by Mo, and he talks about how 0 BPM breaks the map. And have a look here.
What happens when you play this in game instead? Some arrows flashed up on screen for a second, and then circles I can't seem to hit. Right. Some of them have arrows next to them as well, which is okay. The break isn't really a break, and I still can't hit stuff.
And as always, I'll link the full version of the video down below so you can watch that. But then next up we have the possible removal of a note lock in the near future. And if you guys don't know, the note lock is when you can't hit a note if you missed the previous note, which is kind of hard to explain, but you know, when you click a note after the previous note that you missed, so then it kind of locks and shakes. So that might get removed. Then a Reddit user by the name of DT-sama made a website introducing PP+, which you can enter in a username and see it's his version of the PP system, and it's reworked, and it's actually kind of cool. Then next up in the community, we have a Hello There contest where you guys try to imitate PishyFat's signature intro, and I'll have the rules and how to enter all in the description. And next up, which I think this is pretty cool since this is how far we've come as in terms of skill and all that, but nearly every player in the top 50 has 10k PP except for Miruhang, who has 2 PP away from 10,000. And lastly for today's news, we have a user by the name of who talks about the love system and how he thinks it needs changing.
And 2, 100-star priority. At first, I, alongside many other people, were skeptical about this system. We believed that this would shun out a lot of popular unranked maps that wouldn't meet the criteria, but the system was new, so we mostly just sat around and waited to see how this would pan out. Well, it's been a little over 3 months since the system has been introduced, and I believe we have enough information to determine whether this system works or not. spoilers, it doesn't work.
Pretty much wraps it up for this week's Osu Alert. Here are this week's featured memes, and have a wonderful rest of the week.